Hello children, today our topic is human excretory process. Under this lesson, we are going to discuss structure and function of the excretory system. First of all, let us have a look what is the excretion means. Excretion means removal of unwanted or excretory products from which is made by metabolic activities in the cell. There are three ways of doing excretion. They are exhale air, sweat and urine. Lungs produce exhale air and it contains carbon dioxide and water. Skin removes sweat and contain urea, uric acid, salt and water. Kidney removes urine and it contains urea, salt, water and uric acid. You might have a question why fecal matters are doesn't considered as excretory products because they are doesn't produced by metabolic activities within the cell. Then let's move into the structure of the human excretory system. Human excretory system consists pair of kidneys, pair of ureters and single bladder as well as a single urethra. If I take the sectional area of the kidney, its outermost part consists renal capsule. Inside the renal capsule there is a renal medulla and inner part consists renal pelvis. Renal pelvis open into the urethra. The blood supply to the kidney is done by renal arteries. They are formed by aorta. And blood transfer away from the kidney is done by renal veins. They are connected into the inferior vena cava. Inside the kidney there are large number of nephrons are present. They are considered as the structural and functional unit of the kidney. This is the structure of nephron. It consists cup-like structure. It is called Bowman capsule. Inside the Bowman capsule there is a net-like blood capillary structure. It is called glomerulus. This glomerulus is formed by dividing afferent arteriole. There is a structural difference between afferent and efferent arteriole. The diameter of the afferent arteriole is higher than efferent arteriole. This Bowman capsule is open into the proximal convoluted tubule and it connect into the descending limb, loop of Henle, ascending limb, distal convoluted tubule and it will end up with the collecting duct. This is the structure of the structural and functional unit of the kidney. It is nephron. Then let's move into the process of producing excretory products or process of excretion. It consists three steps: ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption and secretion. From this figure you can see structure of the Bowman capsule. Inside the Bowman capsule you already know there is a glomerulus. This glomerulus is formed by afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. As I mentioned in earlier, the diameter of afferent arteriole is higher than efferent arteriole. Because of that, inside the Bowman capsule the glomerulus has high pressure. This high pressure creates the filtration of plasma in the blood capillaries into the Bowman capsule. When this filtration is done, large molecules like plasma proteins, red blood cells, white blood cells doesn't filter out into the glomerulus filtrate, but water, glucose, urea, uric acid, amino acid and other elements in the blood plasma filter out into the Bowman capsule. Second step is selective reabsorption. When the ultrafiltration is done, the essential molecules for the body is get reabsorbed into the associated blood capillaries. From reabsorption, 90% of water, all glucose, all amino acids, all vitamins, part of salt, small amount of uric acid, urea and drugs get reabsorbed to the associated blood vessels. The third step is secretion. The secretion is done by associated blood vessels to the ducts of the nephron. In secretion, hydrogen ions, potassium ions, ammonium ions, creatinine, drugs and vitamins get secreted into the collecting duct as well as to the distal convoluted tubule. At the end of production of urine, this urine passes through the ureter to store inside the bladder temporarily. This urine consists several constituents, majorly water, it's about 90%, and salt, urea, uric acid and creatinine consist in urine. Last part of this lesson is diseases associated with the urinary system. The first disease is renal failure. It is weakening of urine filtration due to microbial infections, heavy metals, various medicines, carbon tetrachloride. If having acute renal failure, you have to do dialysis or you have to transplant a kidney. Then next disease is nephritis. Nephritis is swelling of kidney due to microbial infections. In nephritis, red blood cells can pass with the urine due to damage of glomerulus. The next disease is calculi. It is also known as kidney stones. It is the crystallization of calcium oxalate in the bladder or kidney. For the treatment for the calculi is done by lithotripsy treatment. This is the end of your lesson. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to watch this type of videos again.